All You Need Is Myth, The Beatles, and the Gods of Rock. Written by Steve Wagner. Narrated by Steve Wagner.
Hi, this is Steve Wagner, the author of All You Need Is Myth, The Beatles, and the Gods of Rock. It's an honor to be with you. This book is dedicated to my son, Jack Wagner. Note from the author. Looking back on the chapters of my life, it seems they were all pointing me in the direction of this book. I grew up feeling sheltered in a religious community and saw how it united and divided good people who mostly desired a consistent moral framework with which to examine and plan their lives. I studied literature and comparative religion in college, then spent the rest of my 20s as a touring musician and singer with a rock band. Throughout my 30s, I worked as a film critic and television host, and I spent my 40s as director of a gallery specializing in rock photography and original album cover art. All these experiences, playing and singing the music of the classic rock era, dissecting archetypal plot, character, and symbolism in film, and immersing myself in the imagery of rock history, were preparing me for a work that may bring to light a novel and perhaps important new approach to the golden years of rock and roll. 10 years ago, I started to write the book about the Beatles that I've always wanted to read. I've long intuited that rock and roll stirs an often unspoken but profound spiritual response in listeners and fans. This aspect of the story has been mostly overlooked in studies of the Beatles and their contemporaries. I sensed that there were deeper elements underlying our love for and resonance with these artists, and this inspired a creative journey of discovery that has been the most illuminating of my life. On a personal level, I hope this book will entertain you with a unique view of popular music. In a more universal sense, I hope it may have a positive and healing effect on our collective ability to examine symbol and response, subjects that have become so polarizing and misunderstood in our current culture. Perhaps by using love of music as a unifying principle, it can further the spiritual conversation and bring a deeper sense of empathy and understanding to topics that remain sadly unresolved in our greater discourse. Thank you for your interest in All You Need Is Myth and the themes it explores. I hope it opens doors of perception for you, as it did for me.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?